Hello friends, welcome back to our channel here at Uganda Growers. In this video I want to share with you two major things. One is about how to manage your litter in the farm, and then the other one is how to mix the feeds for your broilers. There are different ways, but I'm going to share with you people the way I do it here and how I achieve my 2 kgs with the mixture, the formula which I use. So come with me in the structure. I show you how I do it. So this is our foot bath, which helps us to disinfect our gumboots because as you see, you can come with your infections, and all they should do remain here. So you step in it so that the infections remain. So come with me as I show you. So I'm going to be sharing with you how I do to make sure that my litter is being managed well, it is dry and doesn't smell. So there is a trick which I do, which I'm going to be sharing with you. So the only thing you need a forked rake. If you don't have a forked rake, you need your hoe. Then you do your work. Now, when you wake up every morning and you come in your structure like this, you will find that the birds have dropped their droppings on top of this wood shaving. So what you do, you come very early in the morning and you turn these things, okay? You just use your hoe, you turn it, you just do this, you turn. After turning, you just level it with your gumboots and you move on. So when you do this, you're going to find that all these droppings here, which you find that is on top, it gets mixed up. And even when you get these things, they don't smell. You see? They don't smell. You can even eat your food in this structure. So, friends, when you want to manage your litter very well, make sure that you do this. You just have to deal with the hoe. If you can't get a hoe, we have what they call a forked rake. You get it and you turn your things just like this. It is not a hard job. I do it myself, just like this. And another thing which I always advise, don't allow water to drop around, because when water drops around, it is what is going to cause the smell in your farm. And remember, some farms they are just near our houses. Now, if the smell comes, you're going to even fear to stay in your home. So, friends, or beginners who are starting to set up their structure, this is a trick which you must have, okay? And when you do this, even the birds themselves will just enjoy. Look at this bird, okay? We are now 2 weeks old, but look at it. The management is good, okay? They stay in a dry place, and the chick is very good and strong. They are healthy. These are 400 birds, as you will see them here. They are 2 weeks old, but we are already above the weight. The birds are good, feeds are there. We manage everything very well. Now, the other thing which I want also to advise you how to manage your litter very well is the layer, okay? The layer of the litter which you put in your structure. Some people put a very small layer, but for us here, when you see, it is like 1 centimeter deep, okay? When you check, you see, it is like 1 centimeter deep, okay? So when you do this, the birds are going to, remember this is like their mattress, okay? They sleep on it. When the birds, you leave them to sleep on this dry place like this, it's going to peel off. The skin is going to peel off like these birds. These birds have a soft skin, okay? So this skin, once it sleeps here, it's going to peel off. So for you to avoid that, you have to make sure that you have a very thick layer, or a mattress should be a thick one for the birds to enjoy, okay? And this thing is common on the sides. Let me show you people on the sides. Um, on the sides here, birds love sleeping on the sides. When you see, you just see a line up how they are sleeping on the sides. So you have to put a good layer on the sides so that the birds, when they are sleeping, they don't get injury. Okay, let me show you. Just look at this. So you find that there is a good layer of the litter. Okay, so the birds will sleep very well here. And even when you turn, because you have enough layer of the wood shavings, the droppings are going to be mixed up, and it is going to help you cut costs in over changing this litter. I have a friend who went and put very small wood shavings, but it took him just 3 to 4 days, and everywhere was dirty. Yeah, so you have to put enough layer. When you put that enough layer, you're going to take long. You can even take 3 or 4 weeks before you change the litter. But for us, once we put enough litter, we don't change. It moves until when we sell all these birds. What we do is just this game. Just this game. I call it a game because it makes my work easy. Okay? Every morning, this is the game which we do. Okay? Yeah. So friends, tell me how you do it in your farm. For us here, that is how we do in order to make sure that we have a good litter and very dry. And another thing which you people you have to manage at your farm is the spillage of feeds. Okay? Sometimes when you have a feeder like this, you don't allow the birds to do what? To make the food drop down. So if your feeder is small like this one, don't overfill the food. Put small food so that you keep adding, but you can fill it and they start pouring down. Now, when they pour down and this thing, if it is near the water, they will push the water and the water will pour. So make sure that you put small such that they eat and you keep adding. But when you put it, for example, some other places, the farms are squeezed. The feeder is near the drinker. So you find that the birds start scratching and even pour the water. So in doing that, you will be poorly managing your litter. So friends, these are small things, but they can cost you, okay? They can cost you a big loss, okay? Remember, in broiler farming, once you minimize on the costs, there you're going to make millions of money, yeah? These birds, we only lost one because the management is super good, okay? Out of the 400, we lost only one. And the breed is Rose 308, which is a very beautiful breed. So friends, another thing which we do at Uganda Growers here is we help you get started, okay? If you want to start this farm, we can help you start. We come, we set up the structure like the one you see here, well aerated. We can come and set up this structure for you. So friends, you can trust us. We come and we do business at just affordable costs. Yeah. So I'm going to also share with you the feed part of it. Come with me, share with you. Now, another thing which I want to share with you is about how you mix your feeds. When you're mixing your feeds, make sure that you have everything available. What do I mean that everything available? You need to have broken maize, you need to have maize bran, you need to have diatom. Diatom is a mixture that helps, it is a toxic binder. It helps the feeds to be concentrated, like to not to crack the guts of the birds. So you need that toxic binder, and also you need to have what they call the concentrate. Yeah. So when you have that combination, you're going to be with a complete feed ratio. So what you're going to do for us here, we only use broken maize and concentrate. Then we just put the toxic binder, which also helps the smell not to be too much in this place. Yeah. So you see, for us in the place where we are here, it is like a trading center. So we have to make sure that we trap the smell. That's why these birds which you see here, when they drop their droppings, they don't smell because we put a toxic binder. Now, friends, this is how you do it. You have to make sure that you turn your food like 5 times. It helps all these foods to be mixed very well. If you can afford a mixer, then you buy it. But there are some farmers who are just beginners. They cannot afford to buy a mixer. So just we do it manually, like us here. We do it manually, just as you're seeing us here. We do it manually. We just get a spade and we keep turning our feeds. So in doing that, you find that the food is mixed. But you need to turn it like 5 times. I repeat, 5 times. That's when you will find that the concentrate is mixed together with the broken maize and the maize bran and the diatom. Okay, so if you don't turn it like 5 times, you're going to have things which are half mixed. What do I mean by being a half mixed? You'll find that the concentrate is in one side, you have not turned it very well. And if you find that it is in one area, you're going to find that the birds will eat that area and they leave the area which has no concentrate. And that is a big loss. The birds will not grow. So you have to turn it like 5 times. If you're in the hurry, maybe 4 times. Okay? But I know because you need your business to prosper very well, you have to turn it to 5 times. Now, if you can source your raw materials earlier, it is better to source your raw materials, because when you buy your raw materials like soya, then broken maize, maize itself, you're going to make sure that you just take the grinding mill, grind it, and you bring in. Doing that, you're going to be minimizing on the costs, and in minimizing those costs, you make profit. So friends, if you want to prosper in this business, one, you have to manage the litter very well for the birds to stay in a very good place in order to avoid them getting those respiratory sicknesses. And then the other thing is you have to mix their food very well. Those are the 2 major things that you have to put in action so that this business will be nice. Litter management and the mixture of your feeds. Once you control those things, you're going to enjoy the business. You will not be stressed and you will just give a testimony. So friends, thank you so much for watching us. I remain Henry here at Uganda Growers. Please like the channel, like us, share, and leave any message in the comment section. Catch you very soon in another video. Lots of love. Bye.